Welcome back to Digital Dropshipping Mastery. In this video right now, I'm going to show you exactly how to source your very own digital products. And there are three main methods that I like to use, and I'm going to show you all of them right now on my computer. So let's get into it. We're here on my computer now, and as I said, this is a very important part because we have the digital product and we're ready to move forward. So at this stage, there are three options, as I said, that we have to actually get this product in our hands. And the cool part is that each of these three options has potential for you depending on whatever situation you may be in. So right now, don't worry about names of your product or the colors or anything else. The main thing we're focusing on here right now inside of the sourcing video is actually getting the piece of content that is based on the idea from yesterday's video. So in the upcoming videos, we're going to be creating our value propositions and making the names and designs, etc. So right now, it's all about the content. So option number one here, and a pretty cool method, is PLR content. So if you want to stay as low budget as possible, or you just want to start selling and testing these methods I have in here ASAP, I recommend PLR content. And this type of content is essentially just different content types ranging from courses, ebooks, articles, quizzes, worksheets, etc. that you can purchase the rights to for much cheaper than what it would cost you to actually have made. And it's also instant, you can just go ahead and download it. So I've actually made a deal with one of the biggest PLR sources, which is PLR.me. And you can see here that they have products for literally everything. So here's how the rights actually work. When you purchase a digital product off PLR.me, then you're gonna be able to claim full ownership with no attribution, which means you don't have to say this is the author, whoever. You can brand it, logo, modify it, sell it, keep all the earnings. It's basically your product. The only thing that you can't do is actually sell the resale rights or transfer the resale rights. But you buying this is gonna allow for you to sell it and modify it however you want, which is the important piece. So even as an example, if I looked up meditation, I found here, this is an audio, which is another version of a digital product. And what they have here is 6 and 11-minute meditation audio, so guided meditation. And what's super cool is you can see all the details here, 500 megabytes files, and when you scroll down, you can actually get a little taste of it.
With every breath, you are becoming more energized. You are alert.
Pretty cool for however much this would cost me, $6 to $33 depending on the credits. And every piece of content is gonna have some type of example here for you to check out, so you can actually make sure that it's the type of content that you're looking for. And the great thing is that, let's say you're looking for something like an ebook and you find it here on PLR.me and it's 30 pages long and you buy it, and let's say it's not exactly what you're looking for, like there's just a few pages that don't fit your product idea. Boom, you can modify it exactly how you want, which is an amazing part of this because you're saving yourself lots of time, headache, and money by just buying existing content that's still very, very valuable. And now option two is very, very popular, which is hiring a freelancer. So if you have some budget and you want to get the exact product you're looking for without having to modify it, where you can just submit your idea and someone creates it for you, a freelancer is the way to go. And you don't need to hire some super fancy author or video creator, but instead you can just simply go to Fiverr and have them pretty much create anything you want. I've been using it for years. In fact, I used to sell services on there when I was 13, 14 years old. So as an example, if I really wanted to have my content freelanced, I can find someone on Fiverr to write about a certain topic, essentially being a ghostwriter, and then have that content turned into an ebook, and then have an actor actually present the information through a video course. That would be a pretty valuable product, and I wouldn't have to ever really make the content. You're almost like a director when you're hiring a freelancer. And for an example, as my breathwork PDF, if I was gonna have a freelancer make that on Fiverr, I would estimate it would cost me anywhere between $50 and $150 to have someone really follow my lead and my idea and create something wonderful. If you go with some of the cheaper, most cheap options, the quality of the product you're receiving, it typically reflects that. But the $50 to $150 range is still very, very viable for a quality product. So I just looked up on Fiverr, write ebook, and you can see there's tons of different options in here. And some of the main things that you want to pay attention to are their ratings. I would say that's most important here. Aim for as close to 5 stars as possible for the person you are choosing. And always, before you hire someone, message them with your idea and make sure that they are actually going to be a good fit. And the way you do that is, one, make sure they're responsive and actually sound like they're willing to help you and do the service that you're willing to pay them for and not ignoring you or taking too long to respond. And two, you want to look for related past work and just overall good English. So you can ask them, hey, have you ever read anything about meditation? They're going to be like, no, I haven't. Or they're going to be like, yes, of course. And then you could say something along the lines of, okay, hey, do you have an example? I'd just like to check it out if that's possible. And if so, then you can review that, just make sure it's quality content being written. Option number 3 is actually making the product yourself. And at the end of the day, the only person that's going to be able to do a perfect job in your mind and your perspective is yourself. But that doesn't mean that you should always make your own product. Because, for example, if you're not used to being in front of a camera like I am right now, it's probably not best that you sold a video course on whatever topic that is. Instead, you could practice and keep getting into it until you're confident enough and can actually create a valuable product to do it. But the only time I really recommend you create your own digital product is if you are experienced in the niche and have a really strong idea. And I honestly do have many clients that do this. For example, I have people in the photography space, the videography space, where they actually create products based on their experience and certain pain points. As an example, getting more clients. So let's say for my example, the beginner's guide for breathwork PDF, I would actually write about this subject and make the product myself because it's something that I'm personally experienced in and have a strong idea for as the product, and I would love to write about it. But I'm no author, so I would actually mix in a little freelancing with this. So I would write all the content on a Google Doc just like this, and after I would go to Fiverr and hire an author or writer to really just go through it and make sure that it's as readable as possible and make me some good audits. So you don't need to rush on this process because you want it to be done right, but at the same time, don't get stuck on it and wait for a very, very long time to actually complete it. It's obviously going to be quicker if you're just buying PLR content, but if you're taking another route, be patient, make it worth it, and once you have the content of your product, don't worry about the name, etc., then let's go ahead and move on to the next video. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. Now let's move on to the next video.